Again, this is Matt. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, listen, I'm not a commie sympathizer or anything. I love capitalism and I love our constitutional republic, but I completely understand why Putin has attacked Ukraine, and I can't blame him. NATO's been encroaching on his borders for the last, 20 years or so? And in 2014, it pretty much hit a crescendo when the United States, with the help of snipers from the 101st Airborne, started the bloody coup, which overthrew a legitimate government in Ukraine. And ever since then, things have been kind of, the heat's been getting turned up on him. So, as Confucius once said, the wise Confucius, the best defense is not to offend. And the United States has been offending, for the last 72 years. Let me see. Let's start with Iraq. We go across the planet on the other side of the world and start a war with Iraq. Before then, we did the same thing to Afghanistan. And I understand we have our reasons, and I buy into most of them. But I'm just saying there's no way that we can blame Putin, and we must have understanding of why he's doing what he's doing. So we invade Iraq, kill about 400,000 soldiers and civilians, invade Afghanistan. There we kill another 140,000 mixed. Before that, what did we do? NATO bombed the hell out of Serbia. So NATO is not only locking arms to defend as a defensive measure, but we're also using NATO as a guise to bomb the hell out of countries, and we bomb them into submission. And also, we bombed the heck out of Libya. And remember, Hillary Clinton cackled and said, "We came, we saw, he's dead," or "We came, we saw, he died," and we left Libya in a state of shambles. And before that, what did we do? We invaded Haiti. I was there for that. I flew helicopters in the Navy, heavy combat support. So we invaded Haiti because we didn't like what was going on down there. The change in government. We invaded Panama and put Noriega in a U.S. prison. We invaded Grenada. Officially, I think it was kind of a small thing, but it's still on the list. We invaded them. Let's see. And before that, we go to the other side of the planet. We pack up our morals and our military into the station wagon. We drive all the way to the other side of the planet, and we attack Vietnam, a country one half the size of Ukraine, a world away. And in the course of that war, we send over 2.7 million troops, killing over 3 million Vietnamese mixed soldiers and civilians, and Viet Cong, the resistance. But over 3 million died, just shy of 59,000 Americans, because we didn't like their ideology. And by the way, we lost. They ended up going communism. And look at Vietnam today. It's not too bad. So it will work out for some countries. Not for ours. I don't like it. Putin doesn't like our way of life. We need to give him some space. He sees our history. And before Vietnam, I forgot to mention Desert Storm. We spearhead a coalition and we attack Iraq because we didn't like him going into a country over there. And by the way, Kuwait wasn't part of NATO. So why are we defending them? They didn't want us there. Kuwaitis didn't want us there. So you had a Desert Storm. I mentioned Vietnam. And oh, by the way, there's Korea. Again, we pack up our morals and our military and drive halfway across the planet and we invade Korea. So whether you agree with our invasions or not, you have to acknowledge that we do this. Okay? And Putin has NATO. By the way, I'm going to put a link in the description, a fantastic, fantastic news story from an Indian outfit, Wyon News. They look at both sides of the story. And if you think we were righteous in going to Vietnam to stop the domino effect of communism, then you must agree and understand why Putin is going into Ukraine to stop the domino effect of NATO getting right on his back porch. And by the way, folks, don't believe the news. That nuclear power plant over there that was attacked by Russia, that was a battlefield illumination flare landing in the parking lot. and it was a dumpster fire next to the training building outside the perimeter of the fence of that power plant at night. So it looked real scary. And by the way, in the days following that, did you see any daytime footage of the damage to that nuclear power plant? I didn't, because it didn't look scary, right? Even Robert McNamara said the second Gulf of Tonkin incident was made up. It was fabricated to get Vietnam to have crossed over the red line to give us an excuse to attack. And remember, Colin Powell lied to the UN? He had that little jar of yellow cake uranium or something like that, or chemical weapons. He lied. So don't believe it, folks. And by the way, NATO, led by the United States, has turned the Ukrainian people into what the U.S. turned the Vietnamese people into during the Vietnam War. I think that Ukraine and Russia should lock arms and say, hey, let's give this relationship a try. That Zelensky, he's a thug. A few days ago, he shot one of the peace negotiators because he thought he was a double agent. He just took him out and shot him. Not even a fair trial. Not even a trial at all. He didn't even make it appear to give this guy a trial. He just shot him. So I hope I don't sound like a commie sympathizer, because I'm not. I don't like communism, but I don't like another Cuban Missile Crisis, except this time over there instead of in Cuba. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we did invade Cuba. We kind of called that one off while we were on the beach there. They looked around and said, hey, boats, you leaving? Come on. So there's another invasion that we did, but not really, because we called it off halfway through. So have a great night, folks. Good talking to you again. And I don't care about thumb ups or thumbs downs, but share this link. I want to start a conversation, and I think this is very thought-provoking. By the way, Ukraine is not part of NATO, so why are we getting involved? What's the point of joining NATO? I don't know. It's all confusing. Hope it's over soon. Have a great night.